It's July 23rd of 2026, and this is the Court Gallery. Today, these courtrooms become a theater of terrible excuses. We open with a woman who casually mentions her 15-year-old son's criminal record is longer than her own, as if that somehow explains her shoplifting charges. Then, stick around for a defendant's carefully crafted sob story about being wronged and homeless, right before a surprise witness joins the Zoom call to expose the entire story as a lie, leaving the judge speechless. And we close with a woman whose out-of-control temper and self-justifications are just too much for even Washington State to handle, and she's screaming mad about it. All that and more starts right now.
Okay, go ahead.
Good morning, members. Can you please inform us up on your behalf of Ms. Darby? Ms. Darby, please tell the judge your name, ma'am.
I'm sorry, what?
Just state your name.
Legina Darby.
Thank you. Your Honor, we're here today for pre-trial vetting, the pre-trial case with the city of executing the town's attorney and unable to speak at length with the defendant. We have a resolution subject to approval. Pleading guilty as charged to 2 counts of retail fraud. There's also a contributor to the delinquency of a minor. We discussed that at length as well. She'd be pleading guilty under advisement on that. She's been advised of the rights, in particular rights, trial to to avail herself of that plea today. The restitution, I believe, is going to be $220.
All right.
All that said, she's been in custody, I believe, being held on these since June 5th.
All right, so she's pleading straight up on all 3 files. One's going to be delayed sentence. Okay. All right, Ms. Darby, do you understand your rights and options after discussing those with Mr. Keewan?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand the possible penalty for these charges?
Yes.
Understanding these possible penalties and your rights and options, are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily to these charges today?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. So let's do the simple ones first. December 14, 2024, were you at a store in Van Buren Township?
Yes.
And while there, did you try to take some merchandise from the store without paying for the merchandise?
Yes.
What was the store?
Walmart, I believe.
All right. And do you remember what the merchandise was? I know it's been a while.
It's been a long time. I have no idea.
Okay. All right. All right. And you satisfied with the facts on that charge, Mr. Keewan? On January 20. Okay. January 26, 2024, were you at a store in Van Buren Township?
Yes, I assume yes. Walmart as well.
Okay. And on that date and time, did you try to take some merchandise out of the store without paying for it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Satisfied, counsel? All right. Ms. Darby, before I forget, would you confirm with me your mailing address? I've got 14256 Washburn. Is that a good address?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Phone number ends in 4380?
Yes.
Okay.
I'll be getting that phone back on, yes, once I get
Okay.
out.
All right. All right. The last file I've got is the contributing.
Uh-huh.
This
So,
one is from October 10, 2024. Let's see what we got on that one. Was this a truancy issue? Okay.
To her son, Jeremiah.
Okay. School year leading up to that date of October 2024, had Jeremy missed a lot of school days?
Jeremiah is, yes, he is a rebellious young man, and
How old is he?
he's 15. He's currently in juvenile.
Okay.
He's bad seed. He's got a 6-month-old son. He's got a record longer than
Okay.
mine. He's in
Any
jail
idea how
right now.
long or how many days he missed back then?
I assume a lot. He was skipping school. I was waking him
Yeah,
up and he,
so more than 15 days, probably safe to say.
apparently, yeah.
That would stipulate to 91 half days.
Holy cow.
Is on that.
Okay. Unfortunately, that covers it. I can accept your plea. All right. And you've been in custody at Wayne County since June 5, counsel said?
Yes.
All right. So let's take that file first. I will accept your guilty plea, and I'm going to put you on a delayed sentence for 12 months. Stay out of trouble. No new criminal offenses.
Okay.
I'm not going to assess any money on that one.
Thank
So
you.
that one, you just got to stay out of trouble.
Thank you very much.
Understood?
Yes.
All right. Now, Mr. Keewan, what should I know before I sentence on the 2 retails?
Ms. Darby, how old are you again?
What?
How old are you again?
I'm 38 years old.
38 years old. She has 6 children, 5 of which are at home. She's been locked up for that extended period of time. She's actively involved in her life. She's struggling a little bit. That said, Judge, she has some substance abuse issues. This is in the past. She has been clean and sober.
Good.
So I'd ask that you take that into account. She's a different person now than she was a couple of years ago. Your Honor,
I'm
I'd
also
ask
doing
that time
NA
served,
and
especially
therapy.
given the fact that she's going to be under probation on that other case. She, I believe, may have some other holds out there as well.
Okay.
So she's
I don't
gonna
have any
full
holds as
oversight.
far as
She's
I
been in
know.
there a long time on the retail. I'd ask for time served.
Okay. You don't have any other holds?
As far as I know, no.
Okay.
This
All
was
right.
my last court date.
So how long you been clean and sober now?
Over 8 months.
Okay, good. That's a good start.
I'm
So-
doing NA. I've also set up therapy for human trafficking and child sexual abuse as well.
Okay. Where at? Where's the therapy going to be?
Avalon. Healing.
Avalon? Good. So I'm assuming as soon as you get out of Wayne County, you can get that started?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Did you set that up while you were in custody?
I had started an A before, but yes, I set the human trafficking and stuff up while I was in here.
Okay, good. Sounds like you got a pretty good plan.
Trying.
All right. So, all right. You're not exactly in my backyard with that Washburn address, but if you need any help staying clean and sober, you come see us. We got resources we can help you with.
All right. Thank you.
All right. So what I'm
So-
going to do.
Sorry.
All right. So on each of these retail frauds, I'm going to give you 30 days jail and 30 days credit. So I'm done with you on those 2 files. Understand?
So does that mean I'm getting out? Is that time served or?
Yeah. Yeah. On these files, on the 3 files I've got for you, I'm not holding you. So if
Okay.
you don't have any other holds, you're out of there.
Okay.
Understood?
All right.
Well, hold on a minute. Let's see.
Does it show you if I have any holds,
It's-
just so that I know?
I don't have access to whether or not you have holds, but we do have another file with our building you got to deal with back in a couple of
August
weeks,
3rd.
which is all, you know about that one.
August 3rd. Yes.
Okay.
And she
Okay.
lifted hers out. She gave me a PR bond.
Okay. Yeah, you should be good then.
Okay, cool.
Good luck.
Thank you very much.
Good luck, man.
Have a good day.
Mr. Bowditch, can we start with Griffin Wilson?
No, Griffin Wilson's outside taking care of children. Start with Cassandra Bob.
We can. Come on up, ma'am.
Your Honor, for the record, Jeff Bowden, appearing on behalf of and with on this matter. Ma'am, tell us the name of the Your Honor, today is the date and time set for the arraignment in this matter for reading stand duty. Also had a chance to pre-trial this case, Your Honor. At this time, Ms. Bauer wishes to plead guilty to retail for.
All right, it's straight up plea, right?
Plea.
All right, Ms. Bauer, did you discuss your rights and options with Mr. Bowditch? You understand all that? You understand the possible penalty for the charge? Understanding all of this, are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily today? On February 27, 26, did you go to the Meyer store on Belleville Road? February 26, 27, 26, so the 27th day of 2026, February. And while you were there, did you try to take some merchandise without paying for the merchandise? Satisfied, Mr. Bowditch?
Satisfied, Your Honor.
All right, what should I know before I sentence?
Well, Your Honor, in a moment, her husband, and, same thing. He's outside with the children, he's shaking. But she's now in college. It's a state that was made for it. But she's in school, working, local students in Detroit.
Where at?
Gibson.
What's the name of the place? Say it again. Oh, I know Ozone House. Okay. How long you been there? Okay. All right. Where are you going to school at? What are you studying?
Psychology and us.
All right. Keep doing ozone work stuff. Yes? That's the plan? Okay. All right. So you understand your rights? We did all that. Yeah, we're good, right? Yeah, what else should I know?
So, this, if you have to go to the Belleville Police Department.
Van Buren, probably. Tyler.
And I imagine, Mr. Griffin or Ms. Wilson.
It's literally right down the road from Myers. Myers is at Belleville and Tyler. So you're just going west on Tyler. Okay. All right. Anything you want to tell me before I sentence you? All right. So what was going on in February that you guys were at Myers without purchasing?
Don't remember. I have bipolar disorder and I may have been manic during this time. I told my husband during the time that I did not want him to get with this feeling, but he has dragged me into it time and time again. So I'm just taking the fall for him. I don't think it happens.
I believe, Your Honor, those actions are over, though they have beautifully on the shoulder. I think they're in the corner. Is that true?
Yeah, I'm doing my best, yes.
Okay. All right.
There is restitution, Your Honor. We're going to put it on
The other file? Okay. Is Ozone House a full-time job? How many hours roughly? Okay. How old are the kids?
They're 10 months apart. You said it was February 26th?
According to my paperwork, the incident date was February 27th, 2026. All right. Fines and costs are $145. I'm putting you on a 12-month non-reporting probation. I'm ordering 3 days on the court work program as an alternative to jail. We run that program 7 days a week. You pick which 3 days you want to work. Can you pay the $145 today? All right. Go downstairs, either pay it or discuss your options and make a plan to get it paid. Understood? You're going to sign up for the work days down there too. 12 months, non-reporting. All right. So send your husband in and we'll take care of him while you're watching the kids. Wilson, you here? Come on up. Sorry, Miss Mays.
I've been on about spreading on behalf of and with Mr. Wilson. Sir, could you give the deputy thank you, sir. You're on the today's date and I accept an arraignment in this matter. Waiting for the reading stampede. We've also had a chance to pre-try this case, Your Honor. In this matter, Mr. Griffin wishes to plead guilty to the charge of retail above, with the understanding the matter will be taken under 771 for a period of 6 months, with the understanding that the main without trouble applies by all the court's wishes. The court will consider it for dismissal at that time. There is a restitution amount that he's aware of $699.31.
Okay. You understand your rights and options? You understand the possible penalty for retail fraud? Understanding all of that, are you pleading guilty to that charge freely and voluntarily? February 27, 2026, were you at the Myers on Belleville Road? Did you try to leave the store with merchandise that you had not paid for? Satisfied, Mr. Bowditch? So am I. You've agreed to pay restitution of $699.31. When's that going to get done?
Possible as soon as possible.
That tells me nothing. You're making a deal here. Part of that deal is you pay $700. If you can't live up to your end of the deal, then we're not going forward with this deal. Are you working?
I take care of my kids,
Okay.
and I need money.
Okay, but she only works 20 hours a week and she's going to school.
I can get it from her and I pay her back when I can.
Okay.
Yeah, 30 days, Your Honor.
Oh, grandma's money. Dude. I got two healthy adults that between them are working 20 hours a week.
She said that she wants to be the one working and bringing up income, but she doesn't think she can be able to take care of the kids. Because she has bipolar and autism.
Then she's got to get another job. 20 hours ain't enough to raise family. Grandma's going to die at some point. This is not a sustainable life plan. While she's going to school.
Like, I need to be given a job, be working on finding something to watch the kids up and give me a job.
Find something you can do from home.
That allow picking up babysitting because there's a lot of kids that need babysitters.
Yeah.
Your Honor, maybe discussion, Mr. Taylor might be.
Somebody's got to get more hours.
It's the community out. You know, a lot of towns out. Somebody needs to, somebody. At least he's doing that, having a conversation. When you go downstairs to make any sort of payment arrangements, you need to find the address of the gentleman, Aiden Taylor.
You currently have nothing on your record? No misdemeanors, no felonies?
This. Can't go to the felony, you work.
Van Buren Police Department on Tyler Road.
We can both move on CD.
Do it right now. It's on the way to Ipsy.
You go right there.
On your way home. Get it out of the way. All right, on this file, I'm going to do a delayed sentence for 6 months. I'm not going to charge you any money at this point in time. I'm going to order that you do 3 days on the court work program. You pick which days you work, and I'm going to order the restitution of $6.99 by September 1. The other part of that is no new charges. All right? Listen to me. We got lots of resources available to us in this building. I'm telling you, you guys are not going to make it. Right? You've already been fighting over money. Okay? So talk to Mr. Taylor, see if he can help you. We've got lots of resources. Come back and see us before you do something that's stupid again.
Thank you, Ron.
All right. Mr. Carney, can you hear us?
Yes, sir.
All right. Counsel, I've got one felony file with an incident date of July 26. I've got a misdemeanor from July 10, 2026 out of Van Buren. Misdemeanor files from May 16th, 26 out of Van Buren. And misdemeanor file from July 11 out of Van Buren. Would you waive formal reading on all those files?
I will, Your Honor.
All right. I'll enter not guilty pleas for Mr. Carney on all files. Mr. Carney, as to the misdemeanor files, pretrial date on those is going to be live in my courtroom, August 13th at 11:30 in the morning. Understood?
Yes, sir.
On the felony file, we're going to schedule a probable cause conference on Zoom August 4th with Judge Martin.
Yes, sir.
Counsel, let's talk about bond.
Judge, I know that the police department is recommending 5,000%, but we are actually asking for a personal bond since these are all 26 cases. Mr. Carney was actually supposed to have a job interview 2 days ago, but the day before he had a car accident. And so he's been a little disheveled, doesn't have the ability to post a cash bond due to the rough time that he's been going through. I have explained to him the ramifications around not returning to court if he is giving a personal bond, but I don't think that he has any reason to not return, Your Honor.
All right. What's the employment situation?
He's not employed presently, but was supposed to have a job interview.
When's the last time you worked, Mr. Carney?
The last time I worked an actual job was last spring, but I've been doing DoorDash as a temporary thing in the background basically this whole time.
Just give me an idea, average week, how many hours were you door dashing?
About 20 hours, 25, 30 hours. As much as I can, I had nothing else to do all day. I had to feed myself. That was the only thing I could do.
So what other responsibilities do you have?
No people, just some stuff now, like my car is in the impound, my mini bike is in the impound. I gotta pay to get those out.
I'm talking about for the last year, you look like a healthy guy and you're working 20 hours a week. What else are you doing?
I was just living in my car. That's what I was saying. I was just living in my car. And
Okay.
I went down to Ohio for a week, in June. And then I came back within a week because my girlfriend was down there, but that's
Right.
it.
Whose address do I have in the file for this 898 Sumter?
So that is his mother's prior address. Oh, of course, he can't return there and he doesn't live there. He's hoping that if he is allowed out, that he'll be able to go to his grandmother's house.
All right, well, here's the problem. I'm not letting him out of there without an alcohol tether. He's picked up 2 drunk driving charges in less than 3 weeks. So I got to have an address to GPS tether him. So if my option is set a high enough bond that he's not out, or let him out and I don't know where he's going, I'm not letting him out.
I don't know my grandmother's address. We could find
Yeah,
it and
me having your grandmother's address and her not letting you in the front door don't do me much good. So
well, I'm sure I haven't been able to talk to her over this. I don't even know if she knows what's happened with my car accident. Even since my car accident, I haven't been able to talk to her. So I don't know if she won't let me stay with her, or my stepfather, or my aunt. I don't know. I have another aunt in right there on Cherry Hill. Her name's Tracy Traxler.
Okay, but brother, I'm not making phone calls to your relative to find you a bed for tonight. Who's the observer that's on my Zoom?
It's the tether.
I didn't ask any questions, Mr. Carney. You shouldn't be talking. Who's the observer that's on my Zoom? Hello? Observer for Carney.
Are you referring to me, Officer Valinsky, sir?
No, I got an observer for Carney that's zoomed in this morning.
I got
Been here
it.
since-
I'm sorry, I don't know how to use the app, Your Honor, but I've
All right, what's
figured
your
it out
name,
now.
ma'am?
My name is Tony Hitzman.
And what, you related to Mr. Carney?
I am related by proximity. He's my best friend's son.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
That's fine. I just wanted to know if you were one of these relatives he's talking about.
Okay. Well, I do
Also-
have information regarding that if
Sure, go ahead.
you would like it, Your Honor.
Yeah, what do you got?
Judge, can we
Okay,
have her come on
so-
camera? Just 'cause
All right.
we don't know who that
I
is.
can
I'm
absolutely
sorry.
turn my
Hold on.
camera
I
on.
got too many people talking. Hold on, ma'am.
All right.
Miss Darby, I didn't hear what you said.
Yeah, I was just asking if we could have her come on camera, just because she's
Yeah.
saying one thing, but we
Yeah.
don't really know
Yeah.
if this is her or not.
You know something about his living arrangement options, ma'am?
Yes, I do. And he has no options. His grandmother, his mother has a PPO against him for violent threats and harassment. His stepfather has just filed a PPO 2 days ago for violent threats and harassment. They actually moved out of the house at 898 Sumter Road to a new address to remove themselves from Mr. Carney. His grandmother, Virginia Carney, sold the house and moved into a 55 community where he is not allowed to enter premises. I mean, he could visit, but she's not going to allow him to. She purchased his car. She paid for all of his insurance. Frank has a drinking problem, and he has been offered many options for housing. I had a whole program set up for him through Detroit Furnace. Okay, the heating and cooling company, they run a 3-quarter house where they offer employment and AA and help with the court. It's a wonderful program. He refuses to take it. That's why he's continued living in his car. He has no address to be tethered to.
Yeah.
And he has slid on every charge. Okay, he has slid every time he's been busted. Every time.
All right.
he has nowhere to go if you release him. Okay. And that, I'm going to say my personal recommendation is that you do keep him in because he has to go.
All right.
So
Let me ask you this.
he's just, if
Geographically,
you let him out, he's just going to do the same
geographically,
thing.
where do you live? I don't want an address, just where do you live?
I'm in
All right.
I'm in
You
River
gotta come
Rouge.
in and come see me and tell me more about this Detroit furnace place. That sounds like a
I
wonderful
can do that.
resource that I'd like to know about.
It's an amazing program. It is.
Never
It's
heard of it.
absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
When would you like me to come?
What's convenient for you?
It would have to be after 2:00 today. Would have
What's
to
your
be after
schedule
2
look
o'clock.
like Monday or Tuesday
I'm-
next week?
I can come Monday next week. Just whatever time, just schedule it
You
in.
tell me what time works for you.
Will 11 a.m. work?
Let me look.
Okay.
Yeah, that'll work.
Okay.
That'll
11
work.
a.m. Monday, I can be
Yeah.
there.
Jamie,
And you're
get that face.
I'm sorry?
Get that
you're
face.
you,
34th District Court on Wayne Road in Romulus, Judge Oakley. When you get here, just tell security I'm waiting to see you.
you got it.
All
You
right?
got it.
Yeah,
All right.
next Monday.
Next Monday?
Next Monday. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you,
Now,
ma'am. I
it-
appreciate that. Sounds like a
Absolutely.
wonderful program.
And please
All right.
know that the only reason that I'm willing to interject here is because Frank actually does need help. Okay. He
Oh, that's
does
obvious.
need help. He's
Obvious.
just young and he's got the world by the butt like we all did. There's been no penalty for him so far.
Right.
And he,
Okay. I appreciate your
Okay.
comments, ma'am. Counselor, do you want to have another breakout
Absolutely.
room with Mr. Carney? Because I'm not letting him out if there's not a plan. I
Um,
mean, this
we
guy's a
did,
danger.
we did discuss that, but I mean, I'm happy to go back and let him know, given the new information that the court has just received,
All right.
I'm happy to rediscuss with him.
All right, thank you.
Mhm.
Can you break out
Like-
again? Or Whitney, just stick him in a breakout again.
do I keep my camera on?
No, you can turn your
You
camera
can
off.
turn it off now.
I'll put him in a breakout room.
Thank you.
I'm just checking his name or what? Counsel, are we ready for
I
defendant?
I think we're ready. We're still going down the same train that we were going down before the
Yeah.
breakout room, but yeah, we're ready.
All right, we got to get him out of the breakout room.
Didn't get to talk to her because she wanted me to break out. I mean,
Please.
get proper.
Please, you got great counsel.
Oh.
Okay. Let's get some composure here. Please.
All right, we're back on the record with Mr. Carney. Counsel, your appearance, if you don't mind.
Yes, good morning, Your Honor. Davon Darby, P82806 on behalf of Mr. Carney.
All right, anything else before I set bond?
Nothing further, Your Honor. I did have a discussion with Mr. Carney to try to help him to understand a little bit better, but nothing further. We still don't have an address or anything like that.
Thank you.
So they want me to have access to call my aunt. So I don't.
I'm sorry, I didn't understand a word you just said, Mr. Carney.
I have my father's sister lives on Cherry Hill. I was trying to get the number or just the address so I could call her to see if I would be allowed to stay there on a tether, because would be my last option. Not my Aunt Tony, not the one that we were just talking to, but a different, my father's sister, and see if she would let me stay there. I was trying, but I don't know her. I know her phone number's in my phone, but I don't know it by heart. She lives right up there by the Walmart on Cherry Hill. Sorry, sir.
Judge, I would just like to say for the record that I do think that Mr. Carney could benefit from some assistance. I mean, I guess that's essentially what the witness just said as well, but I think he could benefit
I'm
from some
sure he
assistance
could.
that he might be able to get based on what the court is getting ready to recommend.
Yeah, I'd love to help him. But it sounds like Mr. Carney hasn't yet reached the point where he's ready for help.
I'm ready for help. I don't want to drink anymore. You're gonna put me on an alcohol tether. I will not break. I promise you, there will not be one violation. I really am ready to quit and work towards a better future. I really am. I really have a girlfriend and all. Like I said, I actually have something I want to work towards and actually have a future with. Even
That's
if I have to
awesome.
start from nothing.
That's
Even if
awesome.
I
And Mr. Carney, I love what I'm hearing. And if I hear it when you're released from jail too, then I'll believe it. But right now, everybody says whatever they got to get out of jail.
No, like I said, I'm not just trying to get out of jail.
Mr. Carney, stop talking.
Yeah, I've already made my decision, Mr. Carney, so you're just gonna wear yourself out. So on the felony file, I'm gonna put you on just a straight personal bond,
Okay.
$5,000. Bond conditions are obvious. Stay out of trouble, show up for your court date, which is 8:30 on, I think I said it earlier. Probable cause conference is gonna be at 8:30 on August 4. That's gonna be Zoom with Judge Martin. So stay out of trouble, show up for your court date, and you're golden on that bond. Understood?
Yes, sir.
All right. On file 0574, which is the July 10 incident date, which includes a drinking and driving charge, and 260575, similar charge from May 16th. On those, I'm going to put you on a personal bond. Stay out of trouble, show up for your court date, which is going to be August 13th on all these misdemeanors. In addition,
Yes,
do
sir.
not purchase, possess, or consume any mood-altering substance that includes alcohol and/or marijuana, and you will not be released unless you're on an alcohol tether. They will not put you on a tether unless you have a permanent address. So
Yes, sir.
while you're in custody, work the phones, try to find somebody that will take you in. Understood?
Sir, would I pretty please be able to run in my locker and make a phone call real quick?
We're just gonna say.
I'm sorry, can you what? I missed that. I'm having trouble with the audio.
He was talking to the
sorry.
officer, asking the
Okay,
officer.
all right. Okay. Any questions for your attorney, sir, before I terminate this meeting?
No, not at the moment.
Good luck, Mr. Carney.
Thank you very
All right.
much.
Thank you, Van Buren. Stay safe.
Thank you. Thank you, counselor.
You're welcome.
Judge,
Thank
do we
you.
know about 26-0573?
I don't know. What is it?
Girl, your phone in a little bit.
Don't leave,
Right
Van
now,
Buren.
go back. You go.
That's the MDLP. That's just a straight $1,000 personal.
Oh.
Yep.
Okay.
That's the MDLP.
Okay, thank you.
Funds? I
Thank you.
just need to get, okay, so I just need to get a place to tell it. Okay.
Whitney, we're good.
We're great.
Okay, bye-bye.
Okay, let's go on the record in the matter of Haley Lopez, 25187. Are you Miss Lopez? You're not dressed appropriately for court, ma'am.
Apologize for that. I didn't want to leave and then miss something.
I'll get
I just moved in all my stuff was in boxes. That's why.
Okay, but you know better than that to come to court like that.
Yeah, so she was afraid and I'm offering judge.
We got a jacket for her.
Like,
Okay, we have a jacket we're gonna have you wear, so we'll recall this matter when we get the jacket, okay? I can appreciate that you just moved, ma'am, but, okay, so we're gonna just give you a jacket before I call the case.
oh,
All right, let's go on the record in the matter of Haley Lopez, 25187.
good morning, Mayor. Please, as most honorable court attorney Ringo Mitchell, appearing on behalf of Ms. Henry Lopez, who will hopefully now, please take her name for the record.
I don't know that we picked you up.
Oh, Haley Marie Lopez.
Sounds like you're very loud back there. You're
Okay.
super quiet right here. All right. Well, the jacket looks nice on you. Okay.
Second looks stylish.
It sure does. Okay, look at that. Oversized suit jackets are the thing right now. All right, so we are here for Miss Lopez's jury review and probation violation.
Your Honor, as it applies to the VLP, she wishes to plead guilty with an explanation. She did write a letter that you'd like to read to the court.
Okay, so let's start with this. Have you please raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm testimony about to give in this matter be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, Your
All right. And you understand the allegations that you failed to appear for workforce twice, correct?
Yes,
You tested positive for marijuana on July 10th,
yes, sure.
and that it's alleged that you failed to pay as well.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. And so as to those allegations, how do you plead?
Guilty.
You understand as well that your advice of rights for probation violation purposes, correct?
Yes,
I'm sorry?
yes,
And you understand that by entering into a plea, you'll be waiving some of those rights, correct?
yes,
And you also understand the possible penalty as a result of your plea.
Yes, Your Honor.
And the recommendation is for you to continue and complete all terms of probation and 15 days jail suspended. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Knowing, and you understand this court to adopt that recommendation in whole, in part, or not at all?
Yes, you gotta speak like that. Oh, no, she's not even understanding. Yes. Yes,
Yes.
sorry.
That's all right. Knowing all that, do you want to continue with your plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
Has anybody promised you anything, threatened you, or coerced you in any way for you to enter into a plea?
No, Your Honor.
All right, and counsel, if you can please refer to your client.
As it applies to the case, 187, were you placed on probation?
So you need to speak up, please.
Yes.
Pretend like you're talking to me from over there about your movie.
She's a little nervous, Your Honor. Were you placed on probation for this case? Ended in 187? Yes. Were you ordered to partake in certain programs? Yes. Would one of those programs be our time workforce? Yes, it would be. Did you attend that program? No, I missed. Okay, and were you ordered to attend that program a second time? Yes. And did you attend the program a second time? No, I did not. And were you ordered to test for marijuana and other drugs? Yes. And did you test dirty for marijuana? Yes, I did. You were also ordered to pay court costs and fines. Did you pay those court costs and fines? Well, no, I didn't at first, but I did today when I came in. So you made a payment today? Yes. How much did you make? $250. Are you satisfied?
The court is satisfied the plea is knowing, voluntary, and factually accurate. The court will accept your plea to those matters indicate technical violations 1 through 4 will enter. And counsel?
Your Honor, before she reads the letter to the court, I would like you to know that she does have one son that's 6 years old. She's working at Ted's Coney Island. She has mental health issues. I'm not sure if she put that as part of the original probation order. I explained to her that she needs to tell people from the beginning. She states that she was diagnosed with bipolar anxiety and that she's on medication. And recently she ran out of meds and that due to financial obligations, it's like $1,000. She said to get one of the medications is too expensive for her. She does have a doctor's appointment. What's the name of the medication? It's called Vraylar. And with the
Right. Thank you.
they did offer coupons and it was still $300 a month, but it was kind of still a
Have you
little.
contacted D-Win or spoken to your treatment provider?
No, but I have an appointment on Monday and they're supposed to give me a generic
Okay.
med.
Okay.
So we're hoping that she can get back on track with her medication, Your Honor, and also on track with this case. So we're asking that you continue her on probation.
Did you look into the treatment court when you were here previously? Was there any discussion about that?
That's why I told her she would have been under mental health court versus other courts, and it's different, requirements per mental health treatment, and that she needs to divulge that information, especially in situations like this, Your Honor. She was a little hesitant to tell me, but I always ask my clients, do you have any mental health issues? Because I think that's important. I ask about 100% mental health issues, employment, and so I wasn't aware if the probation officer knew that or not.
Well, there was that note in her pre-sentence interview, and I don't know if her attorney spoke to her about participation in treatment court, or I may have even asked it at sentencing and it was declined. I don't recall. That was in January. But I'll hear from you, ma'am. Just please keep your volume up, okay?
Okay. Before I start, I just want to tell you that I do take full responsibility and accountability. There's no excuses. I'm just explaining. This last month has been kind of hard for me.
Okay, there are tissues underneath the podium there if you need to.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Dear Judge DISANTO, I wanted to write this letter because I am truly sorry for violating my probation. I know probation was a privilege and a second chance, and I know I let the court down. I'm not writing this to make an excuse. I just want to explain what happened and let you know where I'm at today. The biggest thing I struggled with has been my transportation. At the time, I was living in Allen Park without a license and getting to my workforce program and other probation requirements.
depended on finding rides. I know that was still my responsibility and I should have found a way, but transportation has honestly been one of my biggest obstacles. Because of that, I made the decision to move to Riverview, closer to my mom, so I have a better support system and much easier way to get where I need to be. I wanted to remove the problem instead of continuing to let it affect my probation. I'm also catching up on my fines and costs when I go in to take care of this already, and plan to stay current moving forward. I also want to apologize for the marijuana. I saw the recent Michigan Supreme Court decision and honestly believed it meant I was allowed to use it while on probation. Looking back, I realized I should have never assumed that. I should have asked my probation officer first. That was my mistake and I take responsibility for it. I have pain in my feet and legs that I believe comes from the damage I caused my body from past substance use. It mostly feels numb and pins and needles feeling from time to time. Marijuana temporarily helped it with that pain a bit, but I understand that doesn't make it okay. I should have handled it differently. Which I did go to my PCP and they recommended me to a neurologist and my B12 was low, so I'm taking B12 supplements too.
Very good.
Since removing the old crowd, alcohol, cocaine, and other drugs out of my life, everything started changing for the better. I'm building my relationship with my son, and that's the thing I'm most proud of. I'm present for him every day, and I'm becoming the mom he deserves. I'm working. I attend AA without being sentenced every Friday and Saturday. I'm working.
You can take your time.
Getting my license back and I'm ready to apply to college this fall because I finally know what I want to do with my life. I enjoyed starting. I even enjoyed the little things that I never used to, like cooking. I keep my home clean and I'm trying to build a normal, healthy life with routine and structure. I know those things probably sound small, but for someone who spent years making bad decisions, they're a really big deal to me. This is the most stable my life has been in a long time, and I'm proud of how far I've come, but I also still have more to prove. I understand there may be consequences for my mistake, and I accept that. I just respectfully ask that you consider everything I'm doing to change my life. Going to jail would make it difficult for me to keep my job, continue building my relationship with my son, and moving forward with everything I've worked so hard to build. I know I can't change what I've already done. All I can do is keep showing through my actions that I'm not the same person I used to be. Judge DISANTO, I'm asking you to please consider giving me an opportunity to finish probation successfully. I truly believe I'm headed in the right direction. I don't want to lose the progress I've made. Thank you for taking your time to read my letter in consideration.
Okay. So, a few things. One, you're correct. Probation is an opportunity for you to use the conditions that the court put forward to modify your behavior.
Right.
A couple things that I noted when you were speaking is that you let the court down. No, you let the court down. Let yourself down. You're correct. You're correct. Further, the Supreme Court decision. So you're correct. You should have communicated with your probation officer. But also that Supreme Court decision wasn't just a carte blanche permission slip for people to use marijuana. In fact, what that decision is that if the Federal Controlled Substance Act is the sole basis for somebody's violation, that's improper. It doesn't remove court discretion as far as the requirements to make sure there's a bona fide patient doctor relationship and that doctor is recommending marijuana as the course of treatment. And I think it's like 5 things that this court requires to be in the letter from a treating physician. The court doesn't even require somebody to have their card. Now, you may need your card for other purposes, but for this court's purposes, for probation or under this court's supervision, I don't even require the steps for you to go to get your card. But there are about 5 points to make sure the letter contains. And, which is all within this court's discretion.
Right.
So not having used marijuana for a bit and then using it that day, how'd you feel?
I didn't like it. I really didn't. I did it because of what I was talking about, what I seen the doctor for and stuff, and I know I should have gotten my med card. That's a whole nother thing. I need to get a state ID, and I'm not gonna do that, like I said. But when I did it, I did not feel good. I felt weird. It did take the pain away, but I don't like that feeling. It heightened my anxiety, and I'm off my anxiety meds, and it did not make it good.
So it's good that, that after not having used marijuana, I'm not saying it's good that you violated the court order, but that was a, what's the word I'm looking for? A, productive exercise, so to speak, because you were able to see that you don't even like how you feel when you use it now.
That's like when you have sugar, you go without sugar and then everything tastes like syrup when you go back to having sugar in it.
Or when you're eating clean ingredients and then you eat some of the fake ingredients that are being put into the food sources, and then you can definitely tell the difference, but you don't know that difference when that's just all that you use. So on that note as well, that you think that these things sound small. You've written that. Those aren't small. Those aren't small at all, because those are deliberate decisions and choices that you're making to improve your own health.
Yeah.
Those aren't small at all.
And it just sounds normal for most people, but like I said, after so long of not doing the right thing.
Well, really, what's normal for anybody, right? I mean,
Yeah.
you never know, right? It may be something as simple, maybe not small, but as simple as making sure you're going to bed at a certain time every night so that you can get the proper amount of sleep, right? That's not small because it's a big thing. It may be simple to say, oh, let's set a bedtime, but it's not necessarily simple to achieve that.
Right.
So don't discount all the stuff that you're doing.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
You're welcome. Are you interested in the mental health court?
I am, but am I gonna keep my progress that I've made, or am I gonna have to start all over again?
What do you mean?
Am I gonna keep the progress that I've made? Cause I know I've had this violation, but she did say that if I got all my stuff done, I could get off halfway through.
You could, well, so your halfway point is 12 months because it was 24 months probation. So all cards on the table, it would extend that time. But do you know what treatment court is? Okay. So what treatment court is it is a huge support for you, right? So it helps maintain your accountability. When you're struggling, we have a team that you can reach out to for additional resources. And then there's within that program, there's also a portion of it that it's called MRT, which is moral recognition therapy. So it helps get to the root of why you have those struggles. I can tell you that we've been in operation for almost 5.5 years. We're over 250 referrals, I think, because they can come from different courts even. We've had 22 graduates from the program, 0% recidivism. So the program works. It works.
Is it here?
Yes.
Okay.
It's here. So it's local for you.
Right.
So what I would like for you to do is, if you're interested in it, I'll have you speak to our coordinator, and you can see if it's something that you're interested in doing.
Okay.
So, because you can be sentenced there from your probation violation. Okay. So what I'm going to do then is I'm going to adjourn the sentencing on this matter, and we'll adjourn the jail review to the end of August. because that way you can communicate with the coordinator, and then you can also get determine what that is.
I'm coordinating.
Oh, okay. Well, we seem to be at capacity as of yesterday. So, so that takes that out of the realm of, there is also, sobriety court, which is local. So it's similar, but not necessarily, in depth for mental health treatment.
Okay.
So there is also a mental health court in Wayne, which I don't know if they allow remote proceedings or not. So I just give you those options so that you can explore that.
Okay.
And then when we reconvene at the end of August, you can decide what it is you want to do with one of those. Okay? Okay. So let's set this for can we fit this the last week of August, Ellie? Or the first week of September?
We can do the last week, August, we can do the 27th.
Okay.
And then 8:40.
Okay. So we'll see you back August 27th at 8:45 a.m. Keep up all the good work that you're doing.
I really appreciate it. Have a great day.
You as well.
Thanks.
Just make sure you leave the jacket here.
Okay.
As much of a statement as it is.
And we emptied the tissue box.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
So there's that. All right. And so we are going to go on the record in the matter of the state of Michigan versus Jaron Lewis 26920.
May it please this most, is he on this one?
Yes. Mr. Lewis?
He's a black owner, that's it.
He has not been on in a minute.
My Zoom went out in my room, and so he was on the screen. I don't know who that is.
Oh, okay. Let's go off the record. The individual in Wayne County Jail, we're asking you to unmute. So can you please unmute? Oh, Mr. Race.
He had 116 when
Yes, sir. Okay, let me just find out who that is here. Yes, sir. Your name, please?
Wayne County Jail, can you state your name?
No,
Which
not
one?
Mr. Lewis. Mr. Lewis, no, we have you. Thank you.
Mr.
Okay.
Lewis, Jaron Lewis.
Yes, we have you. Thank you. The other individual, what is your name, please?
Ronald McClure.
Oh, yes. Yeah, we already handled all that. You're all set, sir.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. I thought it was familiar, but I was confused as to why he was still there. But all right, so let's go back on the record in the matter of the state of Michigan versus Jaron Lewis 26920. And counsel?
May I please report Attorney Brandon Mitchell appearing on behalf of Mr. Lewis, standing in for the attorney of record Stephanie Carson, with your permission, correct?
Right. Yes, ma'am. Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. And so I will indicate that this matter was originally scheduled for probable cause conference on July 16th. However, it was not called on the record. Defense counsel had already logged off. However, it was not called on the record because the court had information that Mr. Lewis was in discipline at Wayne County Jail and they were not able to bring him to the screen. So we adjourned it to today's date. All right. So counsel?
Your Honor, Ms. Carson is asking that this matter be set for a preliminary examination, and she's asking for a date in office.
Okay. And is your client waiting time?
Your Honor, my understanding is that he was past the 21 days, but I'm not sure. He was making an argument that he didn't want to waive, and I explained to him that he wasn't waiving the preliminary examination. He would be waiving the 21 days. So if someone could check for us, I'm not sure.
Well, let's see. He was arraigned on July 7th, which 21 days is actually the 28th. So Mr. Lewis, do you understand what your attorney was attempting to explain to you?
Yes, I do.
Okay. So you're not waiving your right to your preliminary examination. You're only waiving your right to have it held within 21 days.
Yeah, I don't want to waive it.
Okay, well, I can tell you, sir, that you're going to be over that 21 days ready because you were not able to be brought to the camera last week.
Right.
We could have done your exam today within the 21 days, but because you were not brought to,
I don't understand why I wasn't brought.
excuse me, sir, please don't interrupt. Because you weren't brought on the camera, Wayne County Jail wasn't able to bring you on the camera. That kind of pushed your time out. So if you don't want to wait, he doesn't want to wait, let's set it for July 30th.
It only hurts him, and so that's all I'm rights to have that freedom within 21 days. So
Okay. So we will set this for exam on July 30th.
So, Your Honor, the 21 days will be July the 28th, and so if we do it the 30th, that would be over the point.
It is, however, it's over the 21 by the 2 days based upon Mr. Mitchell not being able to be brought before the court. And we only have our state prosecutor on Thursdays.
Okay, I was going to put that on my phone. I have no issue with it.
Yes.
I know how to practice, so he doesn't understand it. It's for his benefit.
Okay. All right. So Mr. Lewis, just so you're aware, you're going to be over your 21 days by 2 days because our state day is only on Thursdays. That's the only day we conduct our state exams. The only day we have our state prosecutor. And as I stated before, the court is going to find good cause to go over that time by 2 days based upon Wayne County Jail not being able to bring Mr. Lewis to the camera for whatever happened over there. So.
Do you understand that, Mr. Lewis?
Yes. My preliminary examination is July 30th.
Yes. And so, Ellie, what time are we doing that? All right, that's going to be at 11 a.m. Any witness and exhibit list by July 27th.
I got another question, if I could ask.
Yes, sir.
When I'm in the breakout room with my attorney, don't I got client attorney privileges? Like people watching the video while me and my attorney is
explained to
talking.
you that that's not true. I said that they can just see that we're in the breakout room, that they're not in the breakout room with us. I explained that to you already.
That's
Yeah,
correct.
you said they was watching us though.
No, sir.
I said.
Sir, let me clarify something, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
When you and your attorney are in a breakout room,
Yes,
only
ma'am.
the two of you are in that room together.
Yes, ma'am.
Only the court who's operating the Zoom sees who's in the breakout room. But we are not in the breakout room with you. We cannot see your video in the breakout room. We cannot hear any conversation that's going on at all.
Yes, ma'am. I was under a different impression.
Okay, well,
I'm all set.
okay. And any further questions, sir?
Well, I was told different. I apologize.
Okay, well, maybe there was just a misunderstanding of what was stated. So the court's going to order bond and conditions are continued.
I get a bond. She didn't get a bond.
What's that, sir?
I thought she was going to address the bond. She didn't even do it though. She told me she was.
Perhaps, sir, she was going to address the bond if this was going to be going over your 21 days. However, it's not. And counsel, is there a bond argument or no?
Question about reduction. That's our argument.
Okay. The bond is currently
Nothing.
remanded. There's no bond.
Exactly, Your Honor. Me and him went over that. He knows his bond. He was remanded on that bond. There's nothing that he told me that the case hasn't changed. Nothing, no further movement on the case that would change the remand. And me and him spoke upon that, Your Honor. But he's aware of that.
Okay, very good. Thank you. And the court will note that this court did remand Mr. Lewis without bond based upon a review of Mr. Lewis's criminal history as well as the allegations in this matter and the seriousness of that matter, as well as, if I recall correctly, the named victim in this matter is the same named victim in a matter from August of 25 from River Rouge, also assault. and that there was also, in this matter, a firearm that was also at issue.
And Your Honor, for the record, I would like to note that I'm standing here for his attorney of record. Ms. Carson is in Las Vegas at this time. She would not be able to be present. Your Honor, we did not want to adjourn this matter again to push him further away from the 21 days of the preliminary examination. So we wanted to hold this hearing for him. And so,
Okay, thank you. So noted. Okay, bond and conditions are continued. The court's denying the request for reduction of bond.
What is my charges?
Okay, we'll see you next week, sir.
Right. Thank you. Have a wonderful day, Your Honor.
You as well. Okay, so let's go on the record in the matter of the state of Michigan versus Dean Dozier, 26533.
Good morning, Your Honor. Deanne Utility 82378 on behalf of Mr. Dean Dozier. State your name.
Dean Dozier.
All right, thank you. Not only did he show up, he dressed appropriately. All right. So today is the date scheduled in this matter for sentencing on your client's plea to an amended charge of financial transaction device fraudulent withdrawals, transfers 200 to 1,000. And is Christine Dozier here?
Yes.
Okay, so I will give her an opportunity to address the court and counsel.
So, Your Honor, we did review the report. There are no additions, deletions, or corrections, other than my name has one N and then they put two N's. But other than that, there are no other additions.
I'm going to make sure they know that that's not it. All right. Okay, and so counsel asks for the recommendation.
So, Your Honor, I respectfully disagree with the recommendation. I don't mean to be difficult, but I was kind of hoping that was a typo. I'm not seeing a probation department recommend jail for a criminal history that's almost 18 years ago. I understand there is something in 2024, disorderly conduct, but I don't know that Mr. Dozier should be sentenced to jail for a criminal history almost 20 years ago, dating back that far. During the time that criminal history was created, Mr. Dozier, he was in a tumultuous marriage. He had substance abuse issues at that time. Mr. Dozier does not have any substance abuse issues now. He has been so clean and sober for over 2 years. And, it's unfortunate, but the marriage did end. So I do believe he would be able to complete a probation. So I would ask if the court would maybe ignore the probation's department recommendation for jail and just notice that Mr. Dozier, I think that he is a good candidate for probation. I think that he would complete the probation. The only issue that he does have is that he does reside in Lenawee County now. So I don't know if the reporting could be over Zoom if the court does order probation. But other than that, he's been doing really good. He's been staying out of trouble. I mean, he's looking for work, Your Honor. So he's trying to stay on the right path. Okay, he's also disabled, so he's looking for Social Security disability. So I would ask if the court would put Mr. Dozier on probation along with the fines and costs that will come with that. Thank you, Judge.
All right, thank you. Okay, Ms. Dozier, would you like to address the court? All right, I'm going to ask you to please state and spell your first and last names for the record, please.
Christine, CHRISTINE, Dozier, DOZIER.
Okay, very good. Thank you. And would you like to address the court does appreciate you coming in to address the court. And what would you like the court to know?
I just like for Mr. Dozier to be responsible for his actions. It was a total of $3,500 that he had stolen from me. And I just don't believe that's right to do from his ex-wife. I am his daughter's mother, let alone to a stranger, $3,500 without permission. So I just want him to, whatever he believes is right for him, for some kind of punishment. That's not $3,500 of all the way I had for my daughter, take care of my daughter.
Okay, so do you have the bank statements or otherwise?
I didn't bring anything with me, no.
Okay.
But I wasn't going to say a statement at all, but since I'm here, I will.
Okay. And are you able to obtain those documents so that if for some reason they are contesting that that's $3,500, you can submit that to probation?
Yeah, I could not find my paperwork for that way. Last night when I looked through my paper, I had court papers, social security papers, I could not find it last night.
Okay, was it from a bank card or was it
Yeah,
a credit card?
debit card, you took, yeah.
Okay, so you could get that information from your bank.
I could, yeah.
Okay.
Or from the police report, if he went to jail.
Right, but sometimes you might, unless the police report has the actual bank statements with it, you may have to get that. There may not be an objection to the amount of restitution, I don't know.
I got the money back from Chase.
Oh, you did get the money back.
I just don't think he have to be responsible for the money that he did for me. But I did get my money back to Chase, yes.
Okay. Okay, and there's currently a no contact order, is that correct?
I have not heard from Chase, but he hasn't contacted my daughter or myself anyways, so.
Okay, how old is the daughter the two of you share?
17.
Yeah, so there's no contact with you, ma'am. That's and not to return to the home on Goddard Road. As it relates to your daughter, I don't believe that the court did not restrict communication with your daughter.
So we do have visitation, but he just hasn't done it in a couple of years now.
Oh, a couple years, okay. How did you give Mr. Dozier your card, or how did he end up with your card?
I did not. That I don't know. My daughter had surgery, blah, blah, and I did. Him and his girlfriend had split up, so we were kind of talking about getting back together. And I told him I didn't change my mind. I didn't want to get back together. So he did stay the night at my house, and we spent the weekend together. I had my credit card on Sunday night. We went to Walmart's. Monday, I just happened to pay a bill online. I looked on my bank statement, and it said $890 at McKinsey's garage. And I went up there, and he was there with my credit card. And he spent $2,300 at the phone place, $400 out of like 2 different bank transitions, and more money at a gas station. So it totaled up to like $3,500. So I did not give him permission.
Okay. All right, and you have been made whole, correct?
I'm sorry?
You've been made whole by Chase Bank?
Yes.
Okay.
I canceled out of Chase and I'll go to their money since that happened.
Okay. All right, thank you very much for coming in.
Thank you.
All right, and counsel.
So, Your Honor, as to the money, I know he's already pled, but there were stop payments put on what was done. The vehicle was actually in both of their names. I'm not sure what happened with all that, but they both have different allegations. Mr. Dozier would object to restitution because it is, I believe, and I don't have it with me, I don't want to speak, but I believe it's in the police report that was stop payments put on. There were some phones, so.
Right, and she did indicate that she received money back. She received everything back from Chase, so she wasn't out of pocket the money.
Correct, Your Honor.
Yes.
And as she stated, Mr. Dozier has not had any contact with her, but she has been constantly trying to contact Mr. Dozier along with Mr. Dozier's girlfriend on a regular basis. And even when we were in court, she was still in the parking lot waiting for Mr. Dozier to come out. So I don't want Mr. Dozier to be violated. That is the reason why I'm putting this on the record, and I want the court to be aware he has not tried to contact the complaining witness. He doesn't want contact with the complaining witness. It's her that's trying to contact him. So I just wanted the court to be aware. But again, I still would ask that Mr. Dozier be placed on probation. Thank you.
All right, thank you. So, Mr. Dozier, are you on probation or parole anywhere?
No, ma'am.
What happened with your matter in Lenawee County in 2024?
Disturbing the peace, and I was on probation, and I got off early for completing everything.
All right, and did that involve your fiance?
No.
Okay. So, sir, it appears as though the relationship with Ms. Dozier is done and over. There's really no reason for any contact.
She's been contacting me with my fiancé.
And that's what your attorney stated, sir. Well, now she hears that there's not any contact, so the court's going to make sure that there's a reiteration of no contact. So whether she's contacting you or not, I don't know. But the court will note that probation did make a recommendation for incarceration. The court also will note that there was a sentence agreement of sorts with between the prosecuting attorney and Ms. Patillo for 1 year probation, no early release, better decision-making class, any additional terms set by the court, as well as full restitution if applicable. So based upon that, the court's going to find that there's reasonable grounds to depart from MCL 769.5. The court's going to find the following sentence is in the best interest of justice, is reasonable proportion to the seriousness of the matter, taking into account the circumstances surrounding Ms. Dozier and the legislative guidelines. The court's going to order 12 months probation. You're not eligible for a release per the plea agreement. You are not to violate any criminal law of any unit of government. You're not to leave the state without the consent of this court. You are to report truthfully to your probation officer. As often as your probation officer may require, whether in person, writing, or virtually. Most of your clients' meetings, counsel, if not all of them, will likely be virtual since he's a bit of a distance. The court's going to order no contact with Ms. Dozier. Since your child is 17, your child is a fully functioning 17-year-old, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, there can be any communications that is desired between you and your child can be amongst the two, just between you and your child. Not to return to the home on Goddard Street where Ms. Dozier resides. To know her place of employment. You're to participate in the economic crime class. The rehabilitative goal for that condition, so you can fully understand all the consequences of and impacts of choices of involving financial transaction devices or otherwise. The court's not going to order restitution, as Ms. Dozier stated that she is not out of pocket any money. If bank decides they want to pursue something, then that's up to them. The court's going to also order making decisions class, rehabilitative goal for that condition, so you can further understand the importance of making appropriate decisions so that you don't reoffend. Okay.
He's seeing a therapist and a psychiatrist. I believe it's in the pre-sentence report.
Yes, very good. All right. And the court's going to order a $400 fine, $100 screening assessment fee, $600 supervision oversight fee. That's $50 a month at 12 months. And since you're not eligible for early discharge, all of that money will be due. $300 for cost of prosecution, crime victim assessment fee of $75, justice system assessment fee of $50, which is a total of $1,425. Is Ms. Powell your fiance's name?
Yes.
Okay, so she did post a bond. I don't know if she signed anything to apply it over to fines and costs. If she did, then we can proceed that way. If she did not, if she intends to, she'll just have to sign a document.
No, she posted the bond. She did.
I know she posted the bond. But if she wants to apply the bond to fines and costs, that's okay. And so then you can set up a payment plan for the balance with probation.
No, she can get, will come pick it up down here. We'll go down to Wayne County.
If she wants to apply it, there's a document she has to complete here.
Okay.
If she wants it to not be applied, then what happens is it gets mailed back to her.
Oh, okay.
Directly.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Any questions?
No, Your Honor.
No,
Okay.
Your Honor, I want to say that I live in Little Wayne County, And there's no way I can get down here. I have no
The
cars.
judge already said you can report virtue.
Out of here. I'm hard of hearing, so I didn't hear. So,
Yes.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. All right. Good luck to you, sir. Thank you for making the effort to be here.
thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, let's go off the record. All right, and then let's go on the record. In the matter of the state of Michigan was Devin Hinton, 261064. And Sergeant, if you can please unmute and state your name for the record, please.
Sergeant Stephen O'Warren.
All right, thank you. And please raise your right hand. You solemnly swear or affirm the testimony about to give in this man to be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Yes, I do.
All right, you may proceed on the warrant.
On July 23rd, 2026, at approximately 12:43 in the morning, Officer Salzman was patrolling southbound Ford near Pine when he observed a tan Dodge Durango with Michigan registration of EVF 3714 that was weaving heavily in its own lane of travel. As Officer Salzman continued to follow the vehicle, he observed the driver swerve to the left, crossing the dashed white lane line, then swerved back into its lane of travel. Officer Saltzman activated his overhead emergency lights and conducted a traffic stop on southbound Fort near Quarry. Upon making contact with the driver, Devin Hinton, Officer Saltzman informed him why he was being stopped. He then asked Hinton for his driver's license, and he stated he did not have one. Officer Saltzman asked Hinton if he had a valid driver's license. He stated he did not. It was suspended. Officer Saltzman observed Hinton's eyes to be bloodshot and glossy, and he detected a strong odor of intoxicants coming from his person. Officer Saltzman asked Hinton where he was coming from, and he stated Riverview. Officer Saltzman told Hinton he was currently heading into Riverview, to which he then stated he went to get cigarettes and was going back home. Officer Saltzman asked Hinton how much alcohol he had to drink tonight, and he stated 1 beer, and it was about 3 hours ago. At this point, Officer Saltzman had Hinton exit his vehicle to perform standardized field sobriety tests. After performing the SFSTs, Officer Saltzman read Hinton his preliminary breath test rights, and he initially refused, but then finally agreed to test and produced a sample of 0.18% BAC. Hinton was placed under arrest for operating while intoxicated. Hinton was checked through lean, and it revealed that his license was revoked with 2 prior OWI convictions. The first conviction was back in March of 2009 out of Ypsilanti, and the second back in December of 2013 out of Romulus. Lean also indicated that he needed an interlock device to operate a vehicle, which this vehicle was not equipped. Officer Saltzman then read Hinton his chemical test right verbatim from the DI 177 form. He refused to take the blood test by not answering the questions. A blood draw search warrant was completed and signed by yourself. Hinton was transported to Henry Ford Wyandotte Hospital, where RN Bukowski drew 2 vials of blood from his right arm. The kit was then sealed and later placed in an outgoing mailbox and was transported back to the Wyandotte police station where he was held.
Upon examination of any witness, the court does find the probable cause that the offense charge was committed. There's probable cause to believe defendant committed that offense. Counsel, your appearance, please.
Your Honor, John Volport, P 30758, on behalf of Mr. Hinton. Mr. Hinton, please put your name on the record.
Devin Hinton.
Great. Thank you. Good afternoon.
Thank you. As to the arraignment, Mr. Hinton would stand to charges, mute to the charges, waive a formal reading of those charges, ask for a plea of not guilty be entered on his behalf.
All right. The court will waive the formal reading. So you do have the right to have an attorney. If you're unable to afford one, then you may ask for one to be appointed to represent you. You did, in fact, have an opportunity to speak with an attorney today. Is that correct?
Yes.
All right. The court is also signing the appointed attorney form for felony matters. You also have the right to be presumed innocent until proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. You have the right to have a trial by a judge or by a jury, and you also have the right to remain silent. Anything you say orally or in writing may be used against you in court. Do you understand those rights?
Yes.
The court's going to enter a plea of not guilty in this matter. Schedule this matter for a probable cause conference.
July 30th at 8:45.
July 30th at 8:45 a.m. Counsel as to bond.
Your Honor, as to bond, Mr. Hinton is 41 years old. He is self-employed. He and his fiance own a business which does custom cars, redoing interiors, etc. She and he are the sole employees and owners of that business. As I've indicated, he's 41 years old. He is not on probation. He is not on parole at this time. He did have some prior contacts with the criminal justice system. However, you're on, of course, the 2 drinking and driving offenses, which are also referenced. He is gainfully employed, and again, he's not on probation or parole. Your Honor, at this time, we're asking for a bond commensurate with the charges. We would hope that somewhere in the area of 5,000, 10% with an alcohol tether would be approved by the school.
Well, sir, how long have you had this business?
I've been operating for 20 plus years. It initially started off as a side business within the current employment that I actually had, and I actually went on and licensed it.
Okay. And so who lives at the home with you, sir?
Me, my fiance, and our children.
How many children, sir?
In home, it would be a total of 7.
Do you have children that are not at home?
Yes, my older children from my previous divorce.
Okay, so how many children total do you have, sir?
On my behalf, it would be 7. We have a blended family, so she has 4 children that aren't within blood relation to me.
Okay, I understand that. Thank you. All right. And have you ever failed to appear in court for any reason, sir?
No, ma'am.
Are you on probation or parole anywhere?
No.
And sir, would you like to address bond?
Your Honor, this is was a felony offense, 3rd offense. He's driving without a license. There's a hazard to the community with them driving around with no license and driving intoxicated. Who knows how many times he's done this prior to this before getting caught. 15,000, 10% with the tether is what I'm looking at, please.
The court does have concern for the safety of the public, significant concern. Number one, as this court has before, Mr. Hinton does not have a valid driver's license, so he shouldn't even be behind the wheel of a car at all. Second of all, given the allegations in this matter, and that it's alleged that Mr. Hinton not only had a blood alcohol level, but a high blood alcohol level, and this is a 3rd offense notice, the court is concerned for the safety of the public. The court's going to order a $10,000, 10% bond with the following bond conditions. Mr. Hinton, you are not to possess or consume any alcohol or drugs unless prescribed. You are not to operate a motor vehicle without a license, without a valid license, and you are not to be released without an alcohol tether from the Wayne County Jail. Thank you. Good luck to you. Have a good day.
All right, we're going to switch over to Nisqually Lacey now. Miss Hawk, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And Ms. Grisco, you have Miss Hawk's case?
Yes, Your Honor. This will be for a change of plea that will then go into open sentencing.
Okay, and that's on the assault charge under the 143 case number?
Yes, Your Honor.
And then both show cause matters as well, Your Honor.
Okay, and Ms. Hawk, I have your guilty plea here, and it's to the charge of simple assault. Have you reviewed your guilty plea statement with Ms. Grisco?
Yes, Your Honor.
Now, you're waiving your legal rights by entering a guilty plea. So you're giving up the right to take the assault charge to trial and have the prosecutor prove that charge against you beyond a reasonable doubt to a jury. The right to call your own witnesses to court who could testify in your defense. The right to hear and question the witnesses who would testify against you. You're giving up the presumption of innocence on the charge and the right to appeal your conviction to a higher court. The maximum sentence is 364 days in jail and a $5,000 fine. And even though I will hear recommendations as to sentencing, you need to understand I'm not required to follow anybody's recommendation and could impose any sentence up to the maximum. And Ms. Hawk, did anybody make any threats or promises to get you to plead guilty to assault? And written here on your plea form, it says on or about May 29th, 2026 in Lacey, I intentionally assaulted Brian McKagan, which resulted in bodily harm. Is that your statement?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, I will write here on the guilty plea that you're adopting this statement because your signature does not appear on the document. And I will also find that as factually sufficient and accept your guilty plea. All right, Ms. Eddy, then can I hear from the city as to your recommendation?
Yes, Your Honor, and I guess my remarks were to address all three cases because Ms. Hawk is also on probation with this court for 5A05388988, which was a malicious mischief case from October of 2025, as well as another assault case from April of this year, case number 6A0242955. On the malicious mischief case, she has, my calculation is 347 days of suspended time remaining. And on the assault from a few months ago, she has 342 days remaining. I guess I'd like to first give the court a brief summary of Ms. Hawk's out-of-state criminal history because the court may not be aware of that. So she has out of Utah a 2019 aggravated assault conviction. She also has from North Dakota a 2015 assault conviction. When I look at her other cases, combining that with her Washington convictions, that makes this now her 6th assault conviction. Additionally, out of North Dakota, she has a rather old contempt of court conviction for failing to appear also back in 2015. And her other convictions out of Utah or 2024 firearm possession purchased by a restricted person, a 2013 theft of a firearm or inoperable vehicle, 2023 retail theft, 2019 DUI and obstructing, as well as malicious mischief and theft by receiving and stolen property also in 2019. The city is asking for a harsh sentence today because, quite frankly, Ms. Hawk, we have tried the rehabilitation approach with Ms. Hawk and been unsuccessful. In her malicious mischief case, which just to give the court a factual background, a gentleman had picked her up and given her a ride. She seemed to be intoxicated. He decided he didn't want to have her in the car anymore. He stopped at a 7-Eleven in Lacey and was trying to get her to get out of the car because he didn't want her in the car anymore. He took her bags. She didn't want to get out. He took her bags, put them to the side, and she slashed one of his tires and then ran away from the scene. And when she was found and apprehended, she had 6 knives on her person. The second assault case involved an employee at Ace Hardware. The employee observed that she was trying to conceal items on her person in the store. The employee asked Ms. Hawk to leave the store. Ms. Hawk was resistant to that. At one point, the security person kind of kept following her as Ms. Hawk was trying to walk out the store. Ms. Hawk turns around and tries to push her. She misses. Ms. Hawk kind of spins around again, tries to go to the exit, but then turns around one more time and punches the employee and hits her on the side of the face. On the malicious mischief case, she was, because it was the reporting party had indicated that she was intoxicated, so her first sentence in that case had a component of substance abuse treatment, which she never successfully completed. The next case, we tried something new. We tried a mental health component. And again, she was not successful and never complied with that agreement. So quite frankly, it's Lacey's position. We've tried substance abuse issues to address it. We've tried mental health, and she hasn't followed through with either of those. So the current assault case is that Fred Meyer, it happened at Fred Meyer and Lacey, and Fred Meyer was close to closing for the evening. Ms. Hawk was trying to get into the store. Two security officers were like, "Good night, go on your way, you can't come in." And on the video, you can see it. She just hauls off and swings and punches one of the security officers. I think that given her assaultive history and the fact that she committed this act while on not one, but two different district court cases, warrants a significant punitive sentence. So the city is requesting that all of her remaining suspended jail time on the malicious mischief be imposed. So that's 347 days. On the new simple assault case, the city is asking for 364 days with, I was going to ask for 90 days, so 274 suspended. And we'd ask that that be ordered to run consecutive. As to the other case, the city is not asking for any additional sanction on the April 2026 assault conviction. I think Ms. Hawk continues to pose a danger to this community when she shows complete disregard to the personal safety and is assaulting these people that she doesn't even know, and she refuses to address her treatment issues. Thank you.
All right, Ms. Grisco, what's your recommendation?
Yeah, Honor, the city is asking the court to impose an extended consecutive sentence, and the defense is asking you to reject that and approach and instead exercise the full independent discretion granted to this court under RCW 9.92.080 subsection 3. Ms. Houck is competent, legally responsible, and the defense is not asking you to just excuse her conduct. However, her mental health is a critical mitigating circumstance. It explains the recurring nature of her behavior, and it demonstrates why additional consecutive incarceration will not prevent it. She's already served 60 days in custody, wants to move forward with her life. Her housing is up in the air, and she is in therapy with Melina online therapy, and she's wanting to continue to do that. But she's been in custody for 54 days and hasn't been able to continue with that. Previously, she indicated to me that the mental health support that she had was not the right medication. And now that she's gotten off of it, she's reported that she's feeling better, more stabilized than she had in a very, very long time. So we're asking for a 60-day sentence with the credit for the time that she served to run concurrently with her probation sanctions for 60 days each. An extended consecutive sentence is a dead end. It's flooding a vulnerable defendant with massive stacked jail time, and it's not going to improve public safety, nor will it address the underlying mental health crisis driving her behavior. Our proposal is the only one that balances immediate accountability with practical court oversight. And so we ask the court to keep her on the active probation on her older two matters. One, the most recent one, will end in April of 2028. Given the multiple overlapping probationary terms will create an administrative trap for repeated violations without advancing rehabilitation. So the court to do a 60-day sentence, to impose 60 days on each matter, to all three run concurrent, where it will allow the court to maintain oversight without oversight of her, and then also address the behaviors that are causing these incidents. Thank you.
All right, and Ms. Hauk, would you like to tell me anything before I sentence you?
Yes, Your Honor. I've had ample time to sit here while being in Mass Penitentiary to think about how I've behaved, and I'd also like to let you know, since she did take the time to go into some of the situations that have occurred in the past. And granted, most of the situations she brought up have occurred in the past over 10 years ago. Like, I'd like you to keep that in mind. The most recent ones, I personally am not. I grew up here when I was like a little kid, like till I was like 4, and then I moved. Okay, I came back thinking I could get to know my distant relatives. They turned out to be unhealthy, to say the least. They were not good supports for me. They were borderline abusive and sexually inappropriate. That put me out on the streets, being here. So some of the situations I have been in have not been the healthiest. The one with the men in the night, where I was picked up with 6 knives and I stabbed a tire. I felt like stabbing a tire was better than having those men chase me down, because the situation in the car was not presented to the officers in a true way. No, I don't feel that I'm a public danger. I feel that when I am not with the right support system, I get myself into situations where I have to defend myself. The security guard, yes, it looks like I just punched him in the face, but he said, "I'll fuck you later," and that really upset me, and I punched him in the face. That wasn't right, and I know that, and I'd like to ask the judge clemency for my behavior. I have a temper, and I have self-respect. I've been put out online in some really disrespectful ways, so I get certain men who have been on certain sites that I wasn't aware of treat me certain ways just out of the blue, and I react very negatively when people disrespect me in a sexual manner. And so it looks like a more habitual, behavior, but Your Honor, I do not like behaving like this, and I just ask your clemency in these regards, and I would ask that you put me back on probation and give me one more chance. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Well, Ms. Hauk, your situation is difficult because this is your 4th assault conviction here in Thurston County in the last year, and the prosecutor has informed me that there are other out-of-state convictions also for assault. We have placed you on probation 3 times in Thurston County in the last year in order to try and address what the attorneys consider to be problems that you have, underlying issues that you have that might contribute to you committing these crimes. And they've been given to you as probation conditions: mental health treatment and drug and alcohol treatment. Now, you haven't followed through and completed those, and to any extent that you may have participated in them, they have not resulted in you changing your behavior, because you were assaulting somebody 54 days ago, the last time you were out in the community. Now, Ms. Hauk, the prosecutor is correct. That merits a strong response. The city of Lacey has an interest in the community being safe, and the city of Lacey has a lot of cases and a lot of responsibilities. A lot of people come to jail multiple times because they violate the law. But what's important is how they violate the law and what the impact is on the community. Now, it's one thing if a person is doing something like trespassing or, things like that that don't involve physical crimes against persons. But your crimes are physical crimes against persons. You're hurting people, Ms. Hauk, and you don't have any. Ms. Hauk, you need to let me do my part here. Okay, you've had your chance to address the court, and I'm going to ask you not to interrupt me, but I won't ask you a second time. Okay. Now, your behavior here when you're committing these crimes is hurting people in the community, and that's why the prosecutor has asked the court to impose a severe punishment or a comparatively severe punishment. Now, I'm going to add to that in addition to the crimes that have been outlined here, and in addition to the reasons that I believe it's appropriate to put you in jail, you're also wanted by a couple of other jurisdictions on warrants for unresolved crimes, including some felonies and including other violent crimes. I don't think it's realistic to believe that you're going to be available to complete probation in the community until you address those other charges that are still pending against you. So you're not appropriate for probation for multiple reasons that I've outlined here. You've asked me to put you back on probation. You've explained to me why you think that would work for you. However, I'm rejecting that because it has failed. It has failed recently. It's failed repeatedly. And I don't believe you're going to be available for probation because of other obligations you have to other courts around the state. So I'm not going to put you on probation for this current offense. Instead, your sentence for the current offense will be 364 days. You have credit for 54 days served on this offense. That leaves 310 days to serve on this case. Now you've got two other matters before the court currently that you're on probation for. With regard to number 6A242955, assault, there are 342 days that remain suspended on your sentence. I'm going to revoke 42 of those days. Oops. 42 of those days. And you'll serve that in addition to the 310 days that you were ordered to serve on the current case. So that's a total of 352 days of custody. With regard to your probation on 5A538988, malicious mischief. In light of the length of your sentence and the length of your probation violation, I'm not going to impose any additional probation violation time. Now, probation will continue on those cases until it expires, which is to say that when you get released, you're still going to have probation obligations that you're going to have to complete. All right, that is the sentence of the court. And that will conclude your case.
Did you hear that scream? Did you hear the scream? It literally sounded like something out of a horror movie. Hold on. Time out.
Is the sentence of the court.
Listen.
And that will conclude your case.
Yeah, that was a scream. That was a scream. Oh my God. Yeah, do you think she has just a wee bit of a temper issue? Just maybe a tiny bit of a temper issue? I don't know, possibly. Just maybe. That might just be at the heart of what's going on. Maybe in the next 365 or so days, she can find some programs in Washington. Oh, in the Nisqually County Jail. Oh God. What you ask? What does it take to get in to get stuck in Nisqually County Jail for a year? Well, apparently attacking 6 people after being on probation multiple times, that'll do it. Man, crazy. Thank you so very much, everybody, for hanging out with me tonight. Rhonda's putting a link in the chat right now. If you haven't noticed, it's a Hutch premiere that's happening. We got redirected over here from Colin. Thank you so much, very much, Colin. I was hanging out in the Colin chat, and they redirected over here, and I saw it happening, so I scrambled to get everything ready a little bit early, and here we are, ending a little bit early. Getting ready to go over to Hutch right on time. He's starting right now. And while we're doing all this, while we're listening to the music, I want to say thank you to a bunch of very important people. Like I always do, Marty Duvall, Northwest, CE, Nina Out of the Blue, Unbiased Jurist, Miss Natasha Kitty, all with the bits and the bobs. Oh my goodness. And Barry Adams coming in at the very last moment saying, thank you, Wolfie Mama Rhonda and the Wolf Pack in a super chat. Oh my goodness. Thank you so very much, Barry, for that super chat. You are the bee's knees, my friend. And wherever Marty may be, I hope Marty gets the last word in tonight. If Marty can't do it, I hope one of you takes it. The game is on. We'll be back here again tomorrow. Same Wolf time, same Wolf channel. If things happen, you know, if things happen and, you know, we need to go early, we go early. I try to pay attention to the world around me sometimes. But tonight, we had some very interesting cases. We started things off with Judge Oakley, one of my favorite judges. Had a couple in there who was all about taking grandma's money. That was their whole financial plan for the future, it seemed. And they were robbing Walmart while they were at it. Judge Oakley basically told them, if you're going to do stupid crap like this, just come to me and let me talk to you about some of these wonderful programs I've been learning about from some of the people, like the person he made an appointment with. I thought that whole situation was so very interesting. And Judge DiSanto putting up with all the stuff she puts up with. Dilla Gaff, man, what is up, my friend? We're getting ready to go on over to Hutch right now. Thank you for showing up and showing out tonight. And thank you all for being here. I am your Lone Wolf Usul. I am the person who puts together these little compilations. And for now, just for now, until tomorrow night, I'm saying I am out. Stay tuned real quick. And remember, only you can take a bite out of crime. Bye. I'm doing something different.
Matters before matters probation. You're still going to have probation obligation, and that will conclude your case.
Got to say it again. Turn it up.
All right, that is the sentence of the court, and that will conclude your case.
I'm such an idiot. I'm not playing the song again. Not doing it. All I'm going to do is say bye.